Mother. Damn it. I just play 52 card pickup with myself.
As you should.
Mother.
And on that note, welcome back to Dealing Seconds podcast.
What were you doing down there, John?
Well, you know, sometimes you just got to take care of business.
Well, welcome back, guys. I'm Chris.
I'm Danny.
And I'm John.
Holy shit, we have John here again. Yep. What the fuck?
It's been a minute. I've aged about 30 years.
Yes, 30 years, more grays, you know. Well, you know what? We have a very special podcast today because we are actually going to be talking about a specific Kickstarter that is about to get released onto Kickstarter. Well, I think you guys have seen it around. If you have been on Instagram, you should be seeing this. If you've been following us, you should be seeing this.
Well, shit, I paid for an ad for it.
Okay, Danny actually paid money for an ad. Well, it is going to be the In Sessions Senior Year playing cards coming out on the 29th, this Friday.
Saturday
on Kickstarter. I don't know days, dude.
One of those ones that end in Y.
Yes.
10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
So 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, and then England will probably be 6 p.m.
It'll be 6 p.m., eh?
Yeah. Wow, that was a really bad accent.
That was...
We apologize to all our English viewers. I apologize on Danny's behalf.
They're like, unsubscribe.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Batman Stu's going to basically say, mate, no, I'm not even going to try to do...
Come on. Yeah, I think I do a bad one. Come on.
No, I'm horrible at accents. I can barely do a New York accent. Well, I have a New York accent, but I hide it really well. So... But yeah, so you know what? I'm going to let Dan take over because this is Dan's deck. This is Dan's campaign. And also John did something really special for this one. I mean, you kind of see it in the background of John's, video. If you've also been watching on Instagram or any social medias, you'll be seeing this as well. But you know what? I'm going to kick it off to
Wow,
Dan.
Those were really good flickers, by the way.
At least you could do a flicker. My fat fingers, I can't even. My fingers won't ever stay together. I can never do a flicker because my fingers going to look like that.
They can't stay together. Okay.
Out.
So cut it out. My hair.
If you don't know that reference, Full House. Right. You're too young. You don't know that reference.
If you don't know the reference, whatever. Okay, so senior year, the final deck of my high school series is coming out this Saturday, the 29th, at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And
1 p.m. Eastern.
If you've been around the world of Instagram, I'm hoping you've seen this. Designed by James, our other Dealing Seconds brother, Wicked Pips. So I gave him pretty much free reign on this, and he came out with something very beautiful. But
it's definitely a classy looking deck. He came out with like a really interesting, classy back. I mean,
and that's what I wanted. Graduation. All the flair and the, all that crap with it, right?
I think it's going to be a really interesting deck. I mean, there's not just going to be one deck.
Yes, there's going to be two. So I've got the. Let me get it back up. That's what she said. You're going to have now. These are going to be foiled. They're printed with Hanson Chen. But I wasn't paying the god awful amount of money to get prototypes with the foil. So you got to use your imagination, people. So gold foil on the back, metallic inks on the front, and then where is the other one? Here it is. Then we have a white one. Now this one's going to be interesting because it's going to be silver foil on a white back.
Yeah.
So it's basically a borderless deck, right?
Yeah, it's just basically
almost.
Yeah, borderless.
So
two-way design deck.
I'm really interested to see how this one turns out. To be honest with you.
I mean, silver and gold can't go wrong.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, I and Y2 decks, because when James designed this black and gold one, I'm like, why not? Why not go white and silver? Why not?
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But so Dan, why did you? Because I know our viewers and listeners are going to want to ask, why did you decide to go all out and say, you know what, screw it, I'm going to go 2 decks? Well, technically, there's another deck. We'll get into that in a minute. But right now, why go right off the bat 2 decks, and why not do like stretch goals?
The honest answer, fuck it. That's why. screw it. Who cares? Why? Go big or go home. So you're gonna have both decks unlocked. The half brick box, which is completely foiled, and then you're gonna have the gilded versions of each deck, which are gonna have this cool little numbered seal on it, right? And then the third deck is available right away. Why not? Well, I've seen a couple campaigns do that. Like, ditch the stretch goals for the most part. I do have stretch goals, but for the most part, let's just put it all out there and see
I
what
like
can
that.
happen.
I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great idea. I mean, like we said, other campaigns will do stretch goals, and they're like crazy amounts. It's like an extra $15,000 to get the second one
Right.
unlocked. Whereas, listen, both of them are going to be unlocked right off the bat. If you hit your funding goal, you're going to get both decks,
Right.
which I think is a great idea. And also the fact that it's a foiled back, metallic ink front. It's like you're getting a custom deck. I mean, granted,
And don't forget, the tuck cases also will be full foiled. Both of these.
And we got the
Not
gilded
just the cards.
versions, which will be
Yes. Yeah.
sweet. Now, I know there's some people out there who don't know what colors you went with for the gilding. You want to hit that real quick?
Yeah. For the black one, so I just call them the black and white deck, just to keep it simple. Will be gold foil or gold gilding and then silver gilding on the other one. Try to
Awesome.
match the back design as much as possible.
you know what I have not. You know what I haven't seen? I haven't seen a lot of like gold gilding in a long time on decks. It's been mostly like black, silver, purple, green. But for me, it's like gold is like that classic.
Yeah.
And even Kevin Congress guy. I mean, any of those decks from like the 1900s, like the early,
The early
all
ones
gold.
were all gold. Yeah.
all gold. So it's like a good throwback to that as well. It's like a good homage. The fact that also it's done by Hanson Chen and not USPCC. Well, I think we all know why you went with Hanson Chen, and not, for example, not with WJPC like you did with your junior year.
Mhm.
But maybe for our listeners, why did you choose Hanson Chen?
I was talking with Legends to print, and then they kind of stopped talking to me, which was out of the blue. We were going back and forth almost every day, then nothing for like 3 weeks. So I'm like, yeah, I want to get this thing out. So I reached out to Hanson Chen, and then I talked to them on Instagram mostly, like every day for like 2 weeks straight. Now here's the cool part with Hanson Chen. All the proofs are done. So there is no proofing process once this campaign ends. If this funds in its end, right when I get the money from Kickstarter, boom, in production. Here we go.
Wow.
There's
Yeah,
no
that'll be
there's
nice.
no month because it took them a few weeks to do that for me, and they did it for free, which was fucking crazy. So that's all ready to go. So they have they have the seal for the gilded deck. They have everything they need ready to go.
And so you're saying everything is getting done in house.
Yes, the Hanson Chen does the tucks, the gilding, the hat brick boxes,
Yeah,
all of
that's
it
amazing.
except
The,
for
the
the
process is going to
the
be so much faster.
So much
except
faster.
for the third deck. That's an NPC deck.
But even that NPC, we're gonna get that. We're gonna get into that deck in a
Yeah.
minute. But the fact that it was Hanson Shen's doing all that in house, whereas like for example with USPCC, if you want to get like a custom tuck, you have to go to like through Gamblers, and then they have to put the tuck, and then you have to
Yeah,
wait
you're
in
looking at an
line
extra like 3 months.
at least
Easy.
Yeah.
And
Easy.
then
gilding, and then on top of that, add the gilding to that.
But then why didn't I go? Another reason is you see this has to be foiled. It has to be.
Yes.
And the only way to foil with the United States Playing Card Company is use their Metalux. And boy, let me tell you, I'm not gonna. I don't think I can really say how much it is the cost per deck, but let's just say it's god awfully expensive. So
and it's not that good.
No, it
Yeah,
is
once
not.
you
So
start using it, it
Legends
breaks
is
down.
Legends is
FYI, if you
good.
wanna see a- if you
Hanson
want-
Chen's is good. So
If you want to see a crazy Metalux deck, go check our last
Yeah.
episode when we talk with the guys from Trinity Playing Cards. Link will be in the description below. You'll see a Metalux deck. But you know what? I love Hanson Chen. I think they're a great company. I think he's doing some crazy great things out there, producing stuff. He's out of Taiwan, right? If I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
Taiwan.
I think so.
Is it Taiwan or China? I always forget which one. I think it's Taiwan.
Is there a difference?
Sorry to all our Asian listeners.
I don't know
Jeez.
geography.
Some people's kids.
Yeah.
Sorry, we just pissed them off. We're sorry.
Just because I do a deck series about high school doesn't mean I fucking remember shit from it.
Dude, it's been honestly. So before I go on, it's been 20 years since I graduated high school. Just putting it out there.
I graduated in '98.
I graduated in 03.
As people say, the
05.
late 1900s.
The late 19.
The late 1990s.
Guys had black and white TV back then.
The late 1990s.
Well, without HD, it might as well have been.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
well,
seriously.
well, don't you realize that all of us have lived through 4 different decades, 2 different centuries, 2 different millennia.
Mm.
You know,
And
pre
about
and
13 different iPhones.
Yeah, soon to be
14. No, it's going to be 14 different iPhones because now it's
Yep.
going to be,
Yep.
you know, yeah, because the 15 is coming out this year. No, so what I was saying is, I think Hansen Chen's doing a great job. I think
Yes.
the cards are great. If you've never used a Hansen Chen deck, I definitely urge you guys, whoever's listening, to go and
Yeah, check 'em out.
Check them out. I think they're doing great stuff. If you ever used, like we've said it before, if you've ever used the Black Roses cold foil hotel casino, whichever one, the blue one, those
Yeah,
are
the blue
Hansen
one.
Chen. They're beautifully done, handled amazingly. Same thing like Ash Marlowe, Ape Card Co. He's done with them as well. And there's a ton of other people that have printed with Hansen Chen. They're all great.
Yeah, I don't have it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this guy right here.
Yeah, as Dan is holding it up right now.
Yeah, and
great.
Tuck looks great. Foil
Yeah.
looks great.
Clean, easy, can't go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Hansen's going to do a great job. But like I've said this before, I think the only problem with them is the cards
They
stink.
stink. Yeah. Give
They
me
s-
that chemicals.
They stink to high hell. But if people are looking for durability and usability,
And good
Yeah,
registration.
so that's something you
And-
can look. I think you can look past pretty
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
I mean, the smell wafts after like a half hour, an hour. The smell waft off, but it's like after that, the cards will handle beautifully for a while. I mean, I
Yeah.
use the Black Roses a lot, and those things still
Yeah.
handle beautifully.
Well, and let's be honest. There's other companies out there. You know, King's Wild being one of the major ones. Their cards smell horrendous
Yeah.
on a lot of their decks,
Yep.
and it's one of those things. You know, you notice it at first, and then
goes away.
you're using the cards, and yeah, you don't even. It's not even a thing.
But then
So-
you end up opening up a new deck because you've pooped out a deck, and then you're like, oh right, I got to get used to this again for like the next
Yep, yep.
hour or so. And then you have to keep washing your hands because your hands smell like chemicals, and then you're like, oh, what the hell? And then if
Yep.
you're a guy and you do something else, that shit's gonna smell like a chemical too, and you're gonna be like, oh damn it. You know?
So Danny, I know we mentioned you're gonna have a couple stretch goals, and you had said something about a third deck. Do we want to maybe touch on that a bit?
Yeah,
and
so
let
the
everyone
third
know?
deck is, I mean, if you followed my campaign since sophomore year, in sophomore year I introduced Alhambra edition, and all it is
And that's junior year.
all it is a recolor of freshman year with a border added, right? And then recolor the faces, of course. And what I did was I wanted to theme them after high schools in my area. So sophomore year was Alhambra, which is the one I went to. Junior year we did the College Park one, you know. And so this year, to close out the trinity of the high schools in my area, I'm doing Concord edition, which is Concord
Yeah,
High.
dude, that tuck looks. I don't know what it is about that logo, but I love the way that tuck looks.
Yeah, so they're not they don't have a mascot right now. They used to be called the Minutemen, like the little the army guys, right? Not that, Chris. The army, the little rifle holding.
no
guys.
shame to all the Minutemen out there. Okay, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, all right.
So their colors are a dark green, which is kind of like this, and then like a very muted gold, like from like the New Orleans Saints kind of gold, if you're familiar with football.
So
okay?
basically,
or Notre Dame.
So basically, saying it looks like bacteria. And
Yeah,
infection.
so that looks like shit on a deck. All right. So then what I did was I lightened them up and just kind of used my love for the Oakland A's green and gold and just went.
Soon
Yeah,
to
I
be
think
Las
that-
Vegas A's.
I think that
Fuck
looks
off.
good.
So and then it'll be the yellow
Nice.
for the Reds, and then the black
Green.
for this.
Now,
cool ass green.
how many of these
Oh,
will there be?
nice.
Is it?
Well,
Are you doing
Limited
like,
that's a
run
whole
or-
nother.
Are you because I'm assuming if it's with NPC, there are breaks if you do a certain amount. So let's say you get, I'm gonna make up a number. Let's say you get 85 people want a deck. I'm assuming you're just gonna print 100 to get the 100 price.
As with the last two, I will print 100 minimum just because of the price break. The
Okay.
price significantly drops when you get 100. So there'll be
Yeah,
a
yeah.
minimum of 100.
So
If for some reason I get 200, then I'll order 210.
so these will
Right.
definitely be ultra limited, ultra rare decks.
Yeah, so and I worded it. let's be honest that these are the Kickstarter edition ones. So if I remake these at any other time, which I probably won't, the tuck case will be different.
Yeah.
Maybe the cards will be slightly different. But yeah, this is it. So like I'm out of these, and the campaign will have what's left of these as add-ons from junior
Nice.
year. I think I
Nice.
have like
Yeah, and
30 or so left.
And for anybody who doesn't have that deck, that purple in person looks phenomenal.
Honestly, I said this today when I first saw this. It gives me that California raisin,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
color. It's that
And that's
California raisin purple.
what's cool. That's one thing, like, again, for people who don't have these decks or only have a portion of them, one thing that drew me to, this whole high school line is the nostalgia it brings back, right? Like the raisins, you were saying, that was one thing when I was growing up in the lunchroom that was always there. It's the freshman year with the look of the folders. Like,
Yep.
I mean, dude, it's just
it
a
definitely
run
hits.
down memory lane.
It's funny because we were just saying that we've lived through 4 different decades. Each year of in sessions is like a different decade.
Mm-hmm.
You have like the 60s and 70s with the freshmen. In my opinion, the 90s with the sophomore year.
Yep.
The early 2000s with the I would say the junior year, and now senior year is going to look like more like the 2010s to 2020s because it's more of a class year. Because now we're going back to because I think now the style is going back to more vintage retro look.
Yeah.
So it's giving that classy look.
Yep.
And you know what? It was always a goal of mine when I first started that each deck would look completely different from each other.
Which I love.
But they look completely different, but everybody can relate to them in one way, shape, or another.
Yeah.
So that was my goal, and it's crazy I even got this far. So
well, you know what? Nostalgia hits hard on a lot of people, especially people our age that
Yeah,
haven't been in school for over 20 years. And also it's like it reminds you of like past times. Like if you had a good experience in high school, great. If you had a horrible experience in high school, I'm sorry.
Well, I think one thing, like for me, because I have kids that are going through the years of school right now, where this takes me back to.
Yep.
That kind of that even makes it like that much more of
and
memories.
What's cool is my wife and her whole family went here, and my soon to be high schooler is going to go here.
Oh wow,
yeah, that's cool.
So I didn't know anybody that went to College Park, but boy, they had a great swimming pool, and I swam better there than anybody when I was a swimmer. So it's just kind of cool little.
Just imagine Danny in a Speedo swimming.
I can show you a picture if you would like.
Whoa. This ain't that kind of podcast, buddy.
This is not late at night after 10:30
and now
PM.
we're banned.
Yeah. Now just
now we get demonetized.
John asked if there were going to be any more of these afterwards. That depends if I keep making these decks. I can expand to the other cities around here, but yeah, totally. Like there's a red and gold school, right? That are around here. There's orange. So yeah, but then again, I'm toying with that. If I do, I'm gonna shift gears and start doing recolors of sophomore year.
I think that'd be cool. Rad. That'd be rad because honestly, that one, I think one being your most successful Kickstarters to date so far.
Yep.
To date, definitely gives that '90s vibe, and everybody loved the '90s. I mean, the '90s are back.
Could be your 10-year reunion deck.
Here's a good segue. The first stretch goal on senior year is a deck called Night School, which is the purple version of sophomore year that I tried to get as a stretch goal the last 2 campaigns.
Dude, rad. That I want to see.
Yes. That would be great.
That's gonna be awesome.
And then the stretch goal after that's the purple gilded version of that deck.
Nice. But there's also, I think there's gonna be an awesome add-on to this campaign. There's an awesome add-on that I think I
would have to agree.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Sort of biased, but
I mean, if you're watching this on YouTube right now, you've probably been noticing right behind John, there's an awesome shadow box display. So, John, you know what? I'm just gonna let you run with this one. This is your.
Yep, John. We're gonna pass this on to John.
Yeah, for sure.
We're passing the baton on to you.
So, for those, and I think in past podcasts I talked a lot about it, and I just mentioned it. Danny's whole deck line. High school for me was, I mean, dude, there were times it sucked. There were times that it was awesome. I loved sports. Looking back on it now, just it's a whole that nostalgic feel of growing up, becoming who you are today, all of that. So when Danny asked me if I could do a cut deck add-on, I took some time to really think about, like what I wanted the cut to kind of encompass. And, campaigns have half brick boxes. They can have a carrot case, all of that. And those are cool. But what I wanted to do was to have that sort of centerpiece to where if you were to put his decks on a shelf on the wall, kind of what it made me think of is when when you hang your diploma on the wall, or your parents do, or whatever they display as far as your graduation goes, there's always your senior pictures surrounding it. Your high school letter, your medals, certificates, all of that stuff. So my thought was, let's make this the centerpiece for this collection, right? So what I went with was this. So what this is going to include, there'll be 2 versions. You'll have the black deck and the white deck. And what I'm really looking forward to is when these are foiled, how they're going to pop, especially behind the glass. If there's any sort of lighting in the room, it's just going to catch your eye.
Yeah.
So my thought was, being this is senior year, right? Let's give this a diploma. So in the shadow box, and the shadow box will only be available for Kickstarter. So if I end up doing any of these cuts after the campaign's over, it will only be the cut. So you won't get the frame or anything. So shadow box with glass, it's not plastic. In that you'll have your diploma in the back, and that will be personalized for, let's get a little bit here. So these are personalized for Danny. Obviously they're prototypes, but once the campaign ends, if you ordered a cut, I will get a list from Danny, and then I will reach out to you, whether it's Messenger or Instagram, and find out how you want to personalize this. So if you want your name, a nickname, your Instagram handle, whatever you want there, as long as obviously it's appropriate. I'm not going to put anything stupid, because again, this is the clean professional, like this is wrapping it all up, classy kind of thing. So personalized diploma with your foiled graduation sticker. It will be signed by both myself and Danny, and then we'll hold in these. They're kind of hard to see in this, but
yeah, they are.
There's actually mounted corners that their cut will slide into.
There you go.
That will be there and prepped for you to mount your cut into, with whatever version you choose. If you go with the black cut, you'll get the black and gold tassel. That will hang on the back. Danny, we don't have to show how they mount if you don't want to, because again, it was just a prototype, so I just needed a way to get it on there.
Yeah.
So
there'll be some way to mount it.
Yeah, so there will actually be a hook that will hang on the back. These are wall mountable, of course, but black deck comes with the black and gold tassel. The white deck, or white and silver deck, will come with a silver tassel with gold on it as well. So every cut will be, this one isn't obviously signed because I kept it, but every cut will be signed with the addition corresponding to the color. And then there'll probably be a personal message on the back to whoever buys them. But again, that'll be something you'll just see once down the road. But yeah, it's there'll be some assembly required, but don't worry, I've got that taken care of for you as well.
I filmed the opening of it, and it was, I'll tell you that the package was beautiful. Opening it up, I'll send you a photo, Chris, if you want to show it here just real quick.
Yep, it'll be on screen right now.
It's a nice experience, let's just put it that way.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It'll also come, of course. I always do a signed Ace of Spades with the deck that I cut for you. These are just obviously same prototype, and then if you'll get a single card vial with corresponding wax to match your deck version.
See, as well. I was looking at this the other day. I might actually put the vial in here.
Yeah, and so for those who do back it, when you assemble, like I said, there'll be some minor assembly required, but if you do want to stick your vial inside the shadow box, there's definitely an opportunity to do that. So
yeah, totally.
Yeah, so, and it's, I don't know, are we talking prices now, Danny? Can I tell them?
Of course. Yeah, we're gonna put the campaign up here in a little bit and kind of go through it a little, but yeah, go ahead.
Actually, I'll probably have a video right now. Future Chris, do this. Probably have telling myself to do this. I'm probably gonna have a video right now. You guys probably see it on screen as we're talking. There's gonna be a video, a screen recording, basically of the campaign scrolling down.
Cool. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is, again, personalized cut, frame, signed Ace, card vial, and then how it's going to be presented, which you'll just have to see once you buy it, or I think Danny will have the video. But so we're doing all of that. I've actually had a few people message me going, hey, like, I'm really looking forward to your cut, but I'm really concerned about the price being it's the shadow box and all that. So we are going to do everything you see that I've showed you guys for 140 for everything.
That is cheap for what you're getting, and I can say for a fact, this is coming from me as a guy who has how many? 4, 5, 6, probably 7 of your cuts right now. I can say that these are extreme quality cuts. I can back that.
Yeah.
100%.
So my goal was, and then shipping will be a little bit on top just because of the weight of the frame.
Yeah.
But my goal was, I want this to be a centerpiece for those who like this campaign a lot, and I want you to be able to afford it. If I was to do this cut outside of this campaign, it would definitely not be $140. But again, I would rather make these cuts because I am very passionate about this campaign. I would rather make these cuts for everybody so you can enjoy it. I get joy out of other people having my art in their home and being excited about what they get. So I would rather you be able to afford it than me try to, oh, I want to make money or I want to do this and that. It's not that about that for me. So they will be just as detailed as any cut I do for any commission. There's no skipping anything on this. It's going to be something that, you can look at and go, this is badass. So super excited about it.
I think it's super unique. I can say with confidence that if another campaign did this, they probably would charge $250.
Minimum.
Yeah.
I was gonna say double the amount of what
Yep.
you're charging right now.
Yeah.
This
So
lasts, guys.
Yeah. So you're looking, 140 for the cut, and then you're probably,
Yeah.
if you're in the US, maybe $15 in shipping. Overseas,
That's
obviously
not
a
bad.
little more, but
honestly, $15 within the US to ship, that is not bad for that.
yeah. So
Honestly.
and it's
And
there.
and let me ask, Sean, I'm sorry to cut you off. So
Yeah, no, you're good.
Because I think our viewers might have this question. You're going to be shipping them directly once you finish them, correct? So you
Correct. So once the campaign finishes, the people that purchased cut decks, those decks will be sent to me, and then I will cut them and distribute from myself personally. So once campaign fulfills, decks get delivered to me, I will make updates on my Instagram. For those who don't know what that is, it's Cards and Conundrums.
All our links will be in the description below.
Yeah, down below. Updates will be made, maybe a couple teaser photos here and there, maybe a couple shout outs to people of, hey, Mike, I'm working on your cut right now, kind of thing, just to keep the excitement going. But
yeah, and then for those that don't use Instagram, I'll still update on the campaign page anyway.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Danny will definitely keep you posted. So
and I'm assuming also, like, once the cuts get shipped, you will definitely send people like tracking numbers, or Danny will send them if they're not on Instagram.
Yeah, so Danny will make an update on the campaign saying, hey, cuts are out. Look for a message from me, or I will also I might just relay tracking information to Danny. That way he can.
Now I can shoot it off.
He can just hand it there. So
tracking number 100%.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely want people to know, because this is, I don't want these sitting on people's porches.
Yeah, and even so, but you also, I mean, the way you do your shipping and everything, I know for a fact people are going to get their decks. They're going to be in perfect condition. They're not going to be, these are not going to be like just silly packed, in a box with a load of paper. There's going to be there's going to be bubble wrap. It's going to be basically Henry 2.0.
Right. So Danny can attest this, because how Danny received his is exactly how every person will get theirs.
And there will be a video of that as well. So
yes,
if you want me to put that in here, Danny, just let me know. I will put a video of it linked, into this.
I'm looking forward to seeing that for sure.
It'll be fun.
Definitely
excited. Definitely. So far, I'm super excited for this. I think personally, like, I know me. I'm going to be all in on this one. This is going to be one of those campaigns. There's very few nowadays. Like, I really back a lot of campaigns nowadays, but I will back people that I care about. Projects that I really do appreciate and really do think they're worth it. This is definitely one of them. I'm definitely getting a cut deck. That's has to happen. That means I'm going to have now almost 10 of your cuts, John.
Now, which one would you go with, white or black?
Black. I prefer the black. The black and gold, just to me, the colors.
See, now, Danny, you prefer the black and gold as well, and I'm opposite. I love the
look. Yes, I do.
Clean profile of the white.
I'm telling you, this white deck in foil, I'm very curious and very excited to see, because I don't know. I don't. You don't see that a lot often.
You
A
don't.
white deck with silver foil
You
on the
don't.
back. I'm
You don't.
curious.
And if people do want a sneak peek at what the finished cut looks like, they can go to my Instagram. It obviously will be on the campaign too, but there's some teaser photos on there.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, it's just it's gonna the photos don't do it justice, and each
Oh
cut,
God, no.
each color is cut the same, so it's a uniform cut regardless of black or white. Still the same cut, just different deck
Just
color.
one more look at it. I mean,
photos don't do it just. I can tell you for a fact, me personally, like I said, knowing that I have a ton of John's cuts, there's so much little detail that you can only really appreciate in hand, in the flesh. Like you have to hold it to actually truly appreciate the artistry that John has done in cuts. I mean, for example, when John surprised me with a cut deck for my grandfather that he did for me, John, of course, we talked a little bit, but then he just surprised me, and it was just like, holy shit.
Yeah. So one thing I try to do, and keep in mind, so for those who do get a cut, the cut, just little heads up for everyone, the cut will come in a DS1 sleeve. You will actually have to install it in the frame. Part of the reason being I didn't want everything shifting in the frame, but also it gives you a chance to take it out of that DS1 and really look at it. You can't necessarily hurt it unless you're throwing it across the room. Every cut I do, the tuck is glued shut so that nothing's going to fall out, nothing's going to shift, anything like that. It gives you a chance to actually physically hold it, put it under a light so you can see the depth, see the detail, see the artwork on the deck itself, because I'm telling you, man, the lines on this deck, like it was made to be cut. And so it gives you that chance before it goes in the shadow box to actually, put it in front of your face and go, dude, this is sick.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited. I am super excited because I know I'm getting one. I hopefully, knock on wood, this campaign funds. I am definitely excited for this one.
Yeah, for sure.
That being said, as far as funding the campaign, Dan, do you want to let the listeners know of any like bundles or any things that you want to get done?
Yeah. So I'm foregoing early birds this time. Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, there are no early birds. And why would you do that? Well, two reasons. The campaign's only 21 days. Not going a full month. We're only going to do 21. Why do you do that? Well, because after the first week of the campaigns usually kind of go, kind of stall. So why not just jump right into it? Why not early birds? Well, foil decks ain't cheap. Let's just be honest, okay? So like a single deck, if you're just gonna back one deck, $16.
Still not for what you're getting.
Yeah,
not bad
for,
at all.
For a foil,
that's the most I've
ink.
ever charged for a deck, and trust me, it hurts to do that, but I can't go any lower. I fiddled with it, and I just can't. So it's gonna be 16 a deck. So in lieu of early birds, I created two special reward tiers that are limited. So it's kind of like an early bird because it's going to be first come, first serve. So the first one is a special half brick one where you'll get the half brick box that's beautifully foiled in gold and silver. And it will come with 2 black decks, 2 white decks, and then 1 gold gilded and 1 silver gilded.
Nice.
Guaranteed.
Yeah,
okay?
dude, that's a badass half brick box.
And that's $130 plus shipping.
Not bad at all.
Okay, and that's limited to 50 backers.
Not bad at all.
So there's your early bird. To put that, I mean, to put that in perspective, just a mixed half brick of just 3 black, 3 white is 96. So
yeah, I don't see an issue with that price point at all. I think that's pretty solid, especially considering a lot of the campaigns out there, and your deck cost, I think, is right on par for where we are.
Plus, you're getting a custom half brick box, and you're getting the gilded decks on top of that. So it's just like you're just adding more value for.
Will those numbers match? I don't know. I got to talk to Henry. SoCal playing cards is fulfilling again. I will talk to Henry to see if that's too painful to do, but if I can get him to match them, I will. If I got to pay a little extra to Henry, then I'll make sure you get a matching set as much as we can control that. Okay.
Right.
Especially if you get the reward tiers. I think if you get these 2 special reward tiers, you should get matching numbers.
Yeah, something maybe to talk to Henry about.
Yeah, which I will. Now the other tier, which I'm super excited about, it's limited to 75 people, and it's called the all-in tier. Okay, you get 2 black, 2 white, 1 gilded each, just like the last one. But then you also get the conquered deck. Okay, then you also get the freshman year, the sophomore year, and the junior year. Those are that in the freshman year. That's it. This is my stock. After this, it's gone. Murphy's is out. There you go. Then you also get anything that I either add or gets unlocked in the campaign. So let's say
that's a killer right there.
yeah, and
That
you
is-
and this comes out. And you get the half brick box, duh, right? This is 180 plus shipping.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Honestly, 180 plus shipping. Add on top of that the 140 from John. You're thinking what?
You don't get the cut deck in this one.
No, you don't get the
only
cut deck. But
yeah.
let's say you do the 180 plus, like me, I know I'm gonna get the cut deck as well, so plus another 140 to get all of that for just over $300.
Yeah. So now, like,
I mean-
I don't have like stickers or anything planned, but I've got some made, so I might just throw them in there. Well, then you'll get that. If I unlock the night school deck, you're gonna get one guaranteed. So I've known to throw random things in my campaigns before, the last two ones. So you just never know. I might have some surprises I'm just gonna throw in there, and if you have that tiered, then you're gonna get it. The only thing you won't get is the cut deck. That's the only thing that's not included in it. Anything else I do, there you go.
You know what? And there are a lot of creators that have done the exact same thing and charged double that price.
Right.
Yeah.
Easy.
And then
that's-
and just to be clear here, no matter what you back, every 6 decks you get a half brick box for free. These half brick boxes are free.
Now, quick question. Because we're seeing behind John a lovely plethora of uncut sheets.
Yeah.
Will there be an uncut sheet for this one?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They don't. In all honesty, they don't sell.
They don't.
I have
Yeah, it's
some.
a tough sell.
Yeah, but am I gonna sell them? No. I'm gonna have mine, and for a couple of the people that hate single people out here, but a couple of the people that like the designer will get one. James will get one if he wants it. And I'll have a couple extra. But I mean, I'm sitting on, because the United States Playing Card Company overprinted the uncuts. I'm sitting on, I think, 30 freshman year cuts still. They sent me like 50. I paid for 20. Right? What the hell? And sophomore, I think I still got like 15. So, no. But I will say, if you're interested, you should message me, and then we can talk.
Or maybe message Dan if you want any of the other uncut sheets as well.
And I can attest that they're awesome.
I have two. I have all three, but I have only 2 in frames right now because I haven't got.
Well, that junior year one's a little annoying because I had to get it from NPC because WJPC screwed up and didn't send me any. So that junior year one's a little on the big side.
It's okay.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So that's like the gist of it. I'll have your normal tiers, your 1 black, 1 white, 1 each, 2 each, a half brick. Just no. There's no thrills here. This is just straight up.
You're going all in, and you know what? A lot of people will be afraid to do this, especially people like a smaller creators like you and whatnot are very scared. But at the same time, the difference I think is the fact that you are very well known in the community. People can trust you. They know that every campaign that you have done and has been successful, you have fulfilled. There have been no, as far as like hiccups per se, no, knock on wood, nothing happens this one. But anytime there was a little bit of a delay, you were the first person quickly to let everybody know with updates and, hey, this is happening. You've let everybody know. So I think
sophomore year taught me a lot of things that I'll never ship my own deck ever again. Man, that campaign was terrible.
Yeah, I think one thing that goes underappreciated too with this campaign is Henry fulfilling, right?
Yes.
I've never received a package from Henry that wasn't packaged and
perfectly
set up absolutely how it should have been.
I can't say enough about him and the family, the Cortezes. Cortezi.
It's quick too.
It's like
they're super quick, they're super fast, but they're super careful. I know this campaign's going to have a lot of little things to deal with, but that's okay.
I mean, they've dealt with like a crazy big campaign.
If they can handle Ink Beast, they can handle anything.
Exactly. Ink Beast that just blew up like there's no tomorrow. Now, Danny, do you want to let the listeners and the viewers know what your funding goal will be, or do you want to
Not yet. I just want to hit on there are a few add-ons, like I'm going to have. I'm looking at the list. Like I said, the college park's gonna have I think like 30 of them. I do have some gilded freshman year left, so there's gonna be some up there at a discounted rate. Junior year is gonna be on there, but sophomore year and freshman year will not be add-ons. 2 reasons. One, sophomore year you can get let's be honest, you can still get it Magic Murphy's, right? And I also only have like 200 left of myself. Freshman year, I've got 68 left, and I'm letting go. No, not 68. I have
69.
no, but I'm selling 75 of the all in, so I have 10 more than that. I have 85 left, so I'm keeping only 10.
Wow.
Right,
So
for my personal stock.
will there be add-ons for gilded decks?
Yes, so gilded decks are on here if you want to get them separately, and also the regular decks. So I'm making available 70 gilded decks outside of those 2 reward tiers.
Okay.
And you know what? If demand calls for it, I will up it. I'm not set in stone at making. I'm making 200 gilded decks. I'm not set in stone on that if this campaign calls for it.
Do you want to touch on the price of a gilded decks as you touched?
35.
Okay.
Still.
And,
so you're getting a gilded, foiled, metallic ink deck.
35.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
And the add-on price doesn't include extra shipping. If there's a little extra to add on to your other rewards, I'll eat the difference. So you don't get. So let's say you get one. This is gonna screw me over. You get 1 deck, but then you add on like 5. I'm gonna cover the shipping for a half brick. You're only gonna pay shipping on that 1 deck. So keep that in mind. There's a there's a loophole in the system.
That is nice.
And Danny just said it.
But I mean, if you're gonna do that, that's kind of dumb anyway. But that's just me because you're gonna spend more money. Just being honest. Just get the tiers.
I mean, at the end of the day, what if the tiers sell out and you want all those decks?
Exactly.
Now, will the half brick boxes itself be available as an add-on just by itself?
No.
So that'll be just in the bundles.
Or bundles,
and if you get a half brick,
or if you get 6 decks, no matter how you get to 6.
Okay.
So like
so either way, you want 6.
If you back 1 of each, right, and then you get 1 gilded of each, and let's say you get a Concord and a College Park, boom, half brick box.
Now, I know you. I think you mentioned this earlier. The half brick box is going to be black and gold.
So it'll be black with gold foil, and then it'll have. I'm sure Chris will throw it up here. It'll have silver foil accents.
Okay.
So the half brick, I don't have anything here to show you, but it takes the tuck case and kind of takes some highlights from that and kind of morphs into a half brick.
Dude, that's gonna be sweet.
It
Definitely
looks
half
awesome.
brick at least.
It looks awesome. I love it.
And there'll be a picture on screen right now of it as well, so you'll see what we're talking about.
And foiled half brick box is going to be badass.
Now I mentioned this on an Instagram story the other day. I made this prototype with MPC.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, it's a little off centered on the pencils, but it's fine. And it holds 2 decks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to give this away to one of the backers at the campaign funds, and then I'll wait to get the
choose me.
I'll wait to get the actual decks in, and then I'll
randomly throw it in.
I'll sign it here in silver. You know, I'll be nice. You know, maybe I'll throw in some extra goodies, but this will be a giveaway if we fund.
Dude, that's sweet.
The backers only. Successfully paid backers.
Also, you're saying you were talking about giveaways. There has been a little bit of a hint on your Instagram for a giveaway if you reach 100 followers on the campaign to be notified.
Right.
So where are you currently?
Let's get the live update right now.
Well, technically we're recording on a Monday. This might go up after on Monday.
Well, right now I'm sitting at 96.
Yep.
Oh, 4 more.
So if I get 4 more followers, which I'm going to pump it on Instagram, then we will do a giveaway for just anybody, and it'll be the entire set of the remedies, including the gold gilded black one.
Oh wow.
All
crazy.
And I'll give you the carrot case that has most of them in it.
Oof.
Sheesh.
So yeah.
Damn. No,
yeah.
Damn. That's a good one right there.
So yeah, that's just a little incentive to get, because I've never had this many followers pre-launch before. I think the closest it came was like in the 50s. So
well, you know what? It's like I said, it's the last deck of the series, of the high school series. I think people have gone with you through this journey for the past 3 decks. Over how many years now, Dan? 3 years?
Yeah, because I did freshman during when COVID started.
Yeah, and I didn't start.
Year, 2020.
Yeah, and I didn't get into the community until 2021. That's when I met you, senior year. Sophomore year. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been a crazy ride, and I don't. Once seniors year is done, I've got some ideas, but I don't know if I'm going to go that route. I don't know. This could be it.
That
I
would
don't know.
suck.
Who knows?
That would suck if this is.
I've got ideas. You know, I obviously if I make another in session deck, I know exactly the next deck I make, and Chris
Of
probably
course.
should remember what it is.
Oh, I
Maybe
already.
John, I don't remember.
Oh, I know exactly what it is.
Right. But you know, who knows? Let's get this funded first.
Of course. Get this one done. Get this one
Yeah.
done. Now, don't mean to be a party pooper
Yeah.
because we have to be realistic. Unfortunately, our friends over at Trinity Cards, if you listened to last week, unfortunately, they didn't fund. They pulled the plug on it. Great deck. I hope they bring it back because it's an awesome looking deck. Do you have a plan B if, knock on wood, this doesn't fund?
Oh yeah, plan B is to relaunch with just the black one and the white one as a stretch goal. And I'll launch that within a month.
Cool.
Maybe
Good.
even less. Who knows? You know, and go back to the question I dodged earlier. The funding goal is pretty damn high, if we're being honest. Right. And it is sitting at $28,000.
High funding goal, but you know what? If you think
You know what
about,
it is? You know what it is? It's that damn shipping
Yeah,
from wherever they are
Taiwan
to
to
Henry.
here. Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
hell, man.
Halfway
You know,
around the world.
that's even by boat, man. It's so I'll be honest with you, it's probably like 25% of the cost.
Jeez.
You know, and then let's be honest here. How many backers are going to not end up paying? How many times have you heard that from creators the last year
all
or
the
so,
time.
right?
All the time.
Yeah, so I have to build in that that safety net.
Yeah.
As a
It's
just in
unfortunate.
case. It's unfortunate to
Well,
say.
I think from someone who's handled these decks and been pretty up close with them as I'm cutting them, and not even the foiled version. For those who haven't seen these in person, definitely get them. It's going to be.
Yep.
They're awesome. They're awesome.
Yeah, and you know, in Chamberton Cards, Chris Moyer, he did such an excellent job taking photos for this campaign. Even though they're not foiled, they still look beautiful in his photos. I got to meet him, went out to his house one day because he lives 2 towns over, which is great. There goes my cow hat. But yeah, I saw a studio, awesome guy, and great photos, and I can't thank him enough for it. So, you know, link him down below, would you?
Of course.
Have people check him out because his shit's fucking. He did the third way deck that's going on right now. He did the photos for that. Like that's pretty cool.
He's getting noticed. His work is getting noticed.
Yep.
Yeah. So
and this is just
check him out.
That's his side hobby too.
Yeah, it is.
The photography is his side hobby.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
It's awesome. It's good for him. So I've had many photographers take let's see this one Steve Wounded Corner. He did for this deck. Great photos, great creativity on that. I had Ryan Smith do this one with the props in the 90s cassette tapes, which is awesome. And then I wanted someone who could do a real classic, really good, elegant look to it, and I thought he nailed it. So all three of those guys nailed it. And Junior was all me. Thank you. Thank you.
There will not be photos of Junior here.
No, don't.
It's like professional.
Not professional. I mean, the people taking the pictures of Junior after on Instagram, I'm like, could you send me the real file of that, please? This looks better than anything I can do.
No, I honestly think I can't wait for this campaign to go live, because honestly I think it's going to do. I'm hoping it does really well. I'm not going to say it's going to. I'm saying I'm hoping it does really well.
Yeah, I only wish the best, of course.
Yeah,
it's nerve wracking, man. I've never asked for this much money, and it's again, go all in, right?
Yep.
I mean, you know what? You've done something that a lot of people can't or haven't done.
Just put yourself out there.
Put yourself out there 3 times before this, and people actually appreciated what you brought to the community, appreciated what you did, and wanted to back you and support you.
Yeah.
So that says something right there.
Well, all I ask is just one more time. Let's go.
Yep.
One more time, guys. That's all.
Hey, let's just be honest. If both my all in and my my special reward tiers get backed, we're almost there. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't see that being an issue.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be nerve wracking. I'm gonna hate every moment of it because that's what you do when you have a Kickstarter. You never believe it's gonna fund. You think it's gonna be the worst thing ever. And I mean, even the guys that fund in 5 seconds still probably feel that way, and or at least I hope they do, because if they don't, then they shouldn't be doing it. You know,
Yeah.
you got to be in this for the right reasons, and
Yeah.
fucking being nervous as hell tells you're in the right reason.
I mean,
Yep.
if you ain't nervous, you're doing something wrong.
Yep.
You know?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, if let's be honest.
And look,
if-
I've had enough disappointment in my life in the last like 2 weeks. Okay, all right, especially when it comes to professional sports. Okay,
yeah, the A's leaving.
give me a win, would you?
Leaving Oakland, going to Vegas. It's okay.
They're not leaving. It's not set in stone.
Henry, if you're listening to this, are you happy that the Oakland A's are
No,
leaving California?
no. I'll tell you. No, he will not be that they would be moving to Las Vegas because that's part of their market. They don't want them down there. They don't want the San Francisco Giants to have the entire Bay Area to themselves. Dodgers fans don't want that. Dodgers don't want that.
Henry, let us know, or come on to the podcast. And
I'm telling you right now, LA will vote no because they don't want the Giants to have all the East Bay to themselves, all Northern California themselves. That's that TV market. That's where baseball makes their money, is the TV contracts, not the stadium.
I think I hit a nerve with Danny.
Yes, you did hit a fucking nerve.
Don't you forget it.
And hey, we may have only won 3 games this year, but at least I was there for when they won one of them.
It's such a rare occasion they gave out pins.
God, they suck. Yeah.
I mean, hey, there's always next year.
Hey,
As the-
you know, it could be worse, Danny. My most local team to where I live is Seattle. So,
What's wrong with Seattle? At least they're there and not
Yeah.
moving.
I mean, well, that's true, barely, but yeah, that's
mean, my local team, I'm a Yankee fan, but I live right next to the Mets Stadium.
true. That's rad.
So literally, I have 2 teams in the boroughs.
See? And that's why the A's should stay, because 2 teams right here. You
Yep.
know, 15 minutes apart from each other.
That's-
I'm the one thing I'm
It's a
still trying to
unique
figure,
thing.
I'm still trying to figure out how Toronto got a baseball team in the American baseball in the MLB.
We felt bad for Canadians. Figured
Sorry.
we give them something other than hockey. You know?
Sorry, Canada. We apologize.
Canadian.
I don't. They're too nice. They you make fun of them all day. They don't care.
No, they apologize if they did something wrong. Like if they're doing something right, they apologize at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I was right, I'm sorry,
Hey.
And any other questions you guys want to throw at me?
Let's see.
It's good for your body.
I mean, we kind of spoke about a little bit of everything already on this campaign. I think it's a great overview. Guys, if you didn't realize, we're going to have a link in the description below of when the campaign goes live. There will be a link to it down below. I will switch it out. If not, there will be a link to get notified on it.
Saturday, not Friday.
Sorry, Saturday. Let's be honest. 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 Eastern. I remember the time at least.
Yes.
No, can't wait for it to go live.
Yeah,
It's going to be an
for sure.
awesome time. I mean, 21-day campaign, short, shorter than a lot of marriages, but that's okay. I know. Sorry, I went there.
Hey, you know I've been divorced and get off shit about marriage always. That.
So
Yeah.
am I.
You've been divorced,
Have
Sean?
you?
Yeah.
I wonder why we all get along.
Not many people know that, but yeah, I got married young.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. We all did. As
Yep,
Dan.
there it is.
There it is. See, I have mine in a carrot case. I only have a 3-deck carrot case, so I put the junior and the freshman, the junior and the senior years in here.
Oh, did we mention all the aces are big?
Ah.
We got
Yes.
big ace pips. Okay, that's kind of cool, right?
They're all big.
Court cards are holding various items like
Graduation
here's a
items.
diploma. See that font on the pip though?
Yeah,
On the
it's
Indici?
nice and classy.
All yeah. And then
Love
like
it.
here, he's got a pencil instead of the staff. All wearing the little graduation caps too.
That's cool.
And this will be gold metallic.
Custom courts. But not that custom where you can't play with them.
Right.
Okay, let me not go there. Okay, you know what I meant.
And then
Still
here you
legible.
go.
The podium for the Joker.
Yep.
Love it.
I know it's really hard to see on this, but the The in-session logo's in that blue ribbon.
Oh, I
Nice.
didn't know that, and I was staring at it the whole time.
John, what were you staring at? You
I
said
was busy.
you
I
were
was busy
saying
cutting the back.
you
of
were
them.
saying you were getting very
Yeah.
intimate with the deck. You were up close and intimate, and yet you didn't see
the back design.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You still have to
so-
take the cards and cut them.
Yeah. Where the fucking ace of spades go, bro?
It's probably in your other hand.
You got one in the for your cut deck.
Yeah, but that's like all the way up there.
Okay. Okay. So there it is. I see it now.
Yeah, see, oh look, hey, it's the silver one. Did you know that those will also be metallic inked?
I think we
Oh,
get
there it
the
is.
point. Nice.
So the aces are different between the two decks.
Yep,
Oh, really?
I see that.
It doesn't want to focus. There it goes. So the silver one will just won't have the banner that says senior year and won't have the extra stuff
Yeah.
down
So
here.
here's the silver.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to make them just slightly different,
Yeah, I like
you
that.
know. This NPC stocks.
Well-
NBC, like we've said before, NBC's doing some good
Yeah.
shit nowadays.
We talked about that last week
Yep.
or whatever time we did that.
Sick
Well, I'm
plug.
pretty
Connie.
damn excited, man. It's gonna be cool. Glad we got a
It
chance
will
to
be.
talk about it.
Well, Dan, on behalf of the Dealing Seconds crew, good luck. We're definitely going to be there for you for sure. Hopefully, everybody is watching and listening as Dan's about to bust his ass and fall backwards. I saw that. Hopefully, everybody goes and gives it a look. Even if you guys don't back it, if you guys could at least share it, like the campaign, maybe show it to somebody that might be interested.
Yeah,
know?
share it. That's what. I would even
You
take a share.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to back, but if you at least share, maybe.
No,
some
you have
people
to back, but I'd also like a share.
Oh,
All I can on that note, even if it's not your thing, get one deck, right? I've always been a huge messenger of support small artists.
Yep.
This is the perfect time. Let's hit the funding goal. Buy
agree.
one deck.
it's basically a culmination of 4 campaigns in one campaign. Like it's the culmination of everything Dan has done so far.
Yep.
And
let's
like I
do
said,
this.
before, you guys know Dan. You guys know him on Instagram. You guys know him in the community. Definitely one of the people that you definitely want to support. But yeah, on that note, guys, good luck, Dan.
Thank you,
And
and I hope to see all of you on the backer report.
you know what? I'm gonna let the outro on you. You get to do the outro this time.
Okay, hear me out. This Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm gonna fuck about you figure out where the other time zones where that relates to you.
1
But
p.m.
senior
Eastern.
year, shh, you said this was on me. Senior year, the culmination of the last 3 years or so of my journey into playing card making. So it's time to graduate. Let's back it. All right, like it, share it, back it, share it some more. And remember, the Oakland A's have not left fucking Oakland yet. All right, okay. See you Saturday.
Peace, guys.